Good day. I am me. Hopefully you are you. If not, you will be. Today I'm going to talk about freedom. Free. What it means to actually be free. The freedom that a lot of people in this country, here in America, is just an illusion of freedom. You're actually not free. Most of everybody is actually living under the delusional illusion of freedom, thinking that they are free, but really they are just a slave to the corporate system or systems, because they're more than one. This is the part of the truth will set you free, and those who are set free are free indeed. You know, if you go to work and trade your time and energy for money, then you're already on the start of what true slavery is. You know, so when you go to a bank and you apply to get a loan, that makes them the lender and you the debtor, meaning you are a slave to the lender. I don't care what you're getting a loan for, whether it's a house, a car, or whatever, anything. You're getting a loan, you're indebting yourself, meaning you are enslaving yourself to the lender. And this is just a piece of the whole thing. But same thing with work. You're trading your time and energy for whatever you agreed to, wherever you work, for whoever you work for, whatever company. You're basically saying that you will be their slave, and you will be a good worker, and you will be reliable, dependable, and you'll show up and you'll do the work that they want you to do for whatever you agreed upon for pay. And they get to reap all the other whatever's left over from just because you know, you decided to work for them. They didn't make you work for them. You chose to work for them. And then also when you do this, so now you just told the whole system, the whole world system, what you value your time and your energy at. So when you go to another job, say you don't want to work there no more for whatever the reason, that doesn't matter, and you find another, you go to another place and you apply for a job, and on the application it asks you who your previous employer was, what your job duties were, what your pay was, whether it was hourly, salary, however, you know, quarterly, annually, however you agreed to get paid. So they know already right there what you value yourself at. And that's why it's harder to find a better paying job at that point, because you already told them that this is all I'm worth to them, even though they already know that you're worth a lot more than that, because you could be the owner of any business, any company, you know. So but this is also applied in law form, with the world's law saying this is the law that you are to live by. So, and when you get out of line, they send you to incarceration, a compound, you know, a plantation. So you are in captivity at that point. And that's what they taught us slavery was. But it's not. It's actual captivity, meaning you are stuck at a location and you are not allowed to leave unless you have permission, because you wasn't what is actual slavery, a good slave out here in society, that they say how you're supposed to behave and act and do, and go to work and provide contribution, be a good contributor to their rules, their regulations, their whatever they say, their system. But yet, the very small group, the 1%, is reaping all the benefits from everybody. This is the way the system is set up. And then I came across something yesterday that reminded me about when I was telling everybody years ago how to gain control back. Not for one person, not for a small group, for the people can gain control. And it's not out of violence, it's not out of destruction, it's none of that. It is so much easier and really takes no energy at all to achieve the goal. Because all everybody has to do, and the reason that this isn't happening, it's not because they keep everybody divided by whatever the division is. That's just a smoking mirror to cloud your vision. He gave me the real root reason why this is not happening, and there's actually 2 reasons why. But yeah, it's not because your neighbor won't stand next to you for whatever little difference that you guys are divided on, because you don't agree on something, or your skin's not the same color, or you're not from the same area, or you don't have the same lineage. And well, part of all that is hogwash, because we all came from the same 2 first people. Everybody. I don't care who you are, where you're at, where you're from, what color your skin is, none of that. Your lineage, bloodline runs back to the same first 2 people as mine, as the next person, or the other person, or anybody else that's here. That's just a fact. So, because there's only one race, and it's called the human race. So stop letting them convince you of ignorance to be truth. They're lies. But yeah, so the 2 reasons why people aren't doing this and taking back control of the power that they have a right to, because you gave up your power to them, so you can't hold it against them or blame them for manipulating you, deceiving you, tricking you, whatever, however you want to word it, because that's what they did. They didn't force you to do it. They just tricked you into, this is the way that life works and the way that it is, and that's incorrect. It's not true. But the first and foremost reason is there's been so many people to claim to be leaders for the people that have been nothing but straight devious, mischievous, lying, cheating, their own agendas or other people's agendas that pack their pockets full of money, or they're just in it to have control, power over others. And until we get a real truth speaker like what I'm doing, I'm not saying that that's gonna be me, but I'll put my hat in the basket. I've been through enough BS and experienced enough stuff in this world that I do have the kind of heart that I am for people, all people. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you think, what you believe. I believe we all have a right to have a better life, period. It's for the greater good. It's not a single person agenda, a single company, a single group, or none of that. It's a collective of all to be a better life for everybody, because we all deserve it, because we was given it freely when we was given life to be here. So that's the first part. to have the right person with the right heart, the right mindset, following the Father to lead the people, because He is the shepherd. And somebody's got to be the first sheep to lead the rest of the herd across the bridge to safety, to better life, to life more abundantly, to just everything, because everything here is provided by the Father. We didn't create nothing. We didn't do nothing but just use materials that's already here to build stuff. That's it. That's why our best efforts is no better than filthy rags, because we didn't create nothing. Not a thing that you see and can obtain and get. Nothing. It's all from the Father. So we didn't put nothing here. Not anything. Not even your true self is not even from you. You didn't create it. It's all from the Father. And the other part is this is the main reason why people won't stand together. It's not because of the whole dividing us, whether it's the fake illusion of races or this religion, that religion, or or even as something as small as you're rich, they're poor, or you root for this team, they root for that team. None of that. It's all because the only reason why the people won't come together to do this is, it's very simple, because they are too worried about losing stuff that they already don't own. What I mean is, when you die, if you can't take it with you, it's not yours. I don't care what a piece of paper says, whose name is on it, what you say you paid for it, none of that. So it's not even theirs, even those that you keep sending money to because they say that you gotta pay dues, fees, taxes, whatever, all that. That's an enslavement. That's slavery. I mean, I'm just giving you the 100% real raw truth of what the Father has poured in and instilled in me for everybody, for me to put it out there for everybody. So if everybody was to stop all together, just stop going to work, stop doing what you're doing, what would happen? The whole system will come to a screeching halt and it'll collapse, because you're the ones doing the work. They're the ones reaping the benefits. So it's time to wake up, wise up, take your power back, and make life the way it's supposed to be for everybody. Not just for your selfish self, but for everybody. 100%. No matter who you are, where you're at, where you're from, none of that. That's all you get. That's pointless information that they just try to get you hung up on. That's a trap. That's a snare. This is exactly what the word is talking about, that are traps and snares, and to keep you enslaved, in bondage, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. This is exactly what the word is talking about. These are things that the Father has really revealed to me. I mean, I'm really starting to pour out some meat and potatoes, so if you're still on the milk and honey, you're probably not going to be able to chew on this. But this is straight, real deal. No pulling punches, no hiding, no gimmicks, none of that. I'm just giving it to you real, raw, and authentic. And I'm standing alone, 10 toes down, my head, my eyes looking up to the sky, my hands praising the Lord for and why He chose me and anointed me and marked me and to do what I'm doing. You have to take that up with Him, because I'm not anybody to say that anybody else deserves or don't deserve whatever, because that's all up to Him. But we all deserve everything that's here. But yeah, so if everybody would just stop, who's going to come and take whatever you think that's yours? If everybody just quit feeding into it and stopped working, I mean, you know, you're the ones working in the fields. You know, you're the ones doing the deliveries. You know, you're the ones working at the energy companies with the power supplies, and, you know, the water companies supplying water that they don't even own, but they're making you pay for it. Same thing with the power. They don't own the power either, but they're making you pay for it because you bought into this illusion system of enslavement. But yeah, so, you know, and if everybody stopped, what, they're going to come and take what from you? Who's going to do it if there's nobody to do that? I mean, really think about it. Why would, you know, just like their whole double standard with the law system. You know, you got to abide by all these laws, but yet they pick certain select people that get special privileges that certain laws don't quite apply the same way, or they can kind of make them up as they go along. And I mean, all this stuff has been kind of known and coming out for years, the way that they work the system, and, you know, but I believe people were finally starting to wake up, wise up, and realize what is really going on. And I'm just, I'm standing with my father because, you know, I've faced death many times. I've died more than once. Should not be here, according to the medical, you know, what they consider clinically dead. Been there, succeeded it, surpassed it, and yet I'm still here. I mean, yeah, so he's the one that gives life. He's the one that takes life. He's the one that can give. He's the one that takes. All you have power over is choice. That's it. Your choice. Your choice of a decision, your choice of an action, your choice of words that you speak. That's it. That's the only thing you really have power over. That's it. And if you give it to somebody else, well, then you just gave them your power. This is so, I mean, the alarm going off. There you go. You can't get a better confirmation. I'm sounding the alarm. You heard me? I am sounding the alarm. I mean, so if nobody goes to work to do nothing and the whole system shuts down and it comes to a screeching halt, it'll collapse on itself. And then who they gonna get to come and get you or take anything from you or whatever if everybody just stands together? I mean, you know, forget the dumb little shit that they keep you divided by. That's pointless stuff. Means nothing. Let that go. Because you're no better than the one that's standing next to you. Because I promise you, you have done things that you shouldn't have done, just like me. I'm not better than anybody either. You know, none of us are. We've all done things that we shouldn't have done. Not according to what the world says you should and can't do, but what the Father says. Because that's whose law matters. Because that's the law that you're going to face when your time is up here and you stand before Him. Well, kneel before Him, whatever, however you want to word it, whatever makes it work for you. But that's what you're going to face. And you're going to be there alone unless the Lord, who gave Himself for you or not, claims you or not. So it ain't nothing to do with religion or none of all that stuff. So forget all that. We're talking about real 100% straight up truth. But this is what needs to be done. This is what's going on. And I believe He has instilled me to be a good steward, not only for Him, but to be a leader for people. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, so, and wherever He puts me in leadership, I'm going to do my best to put everybody. Because that's pretty much what I've done my whole life. I've always put other people in front of myself. But that's a part that I'm still working on, learning to love myself a little bit more. Not that I'm not loving other people still, but yeah, so Yeah. I know that I will have a leadership role in this whole change that's coming about, because we're in the part to where Daniel interpreted the dream for Nebuchadnezzar, who was the king of Babylon, when he had the dream of the statue with the head of gold and the silver chest and the bronze belly and the iron waist, and then the iron and clay feet. And we are in the iron and clay feet era of that dream. And well, now we're in the era of where the Lord is raising up his chosen, anointed, marked people that he handpicked. None of us asked for this, although we did have the option to choose to do it, because he doesn't make anybody do anything that you don't want to do. It's just the way it works. He's not going to make you do nothing. You have to want it. He'll offer it to you, but you have to walk through the door. Make the choice to do it yourself. And that's what I did. I chose to do it. Literally. I mean, I walked away from everything I knew, everything I had, and stepped out in 100% faith and belief that I never knew I had. And he has been doing nothing but providing anything and everything that I need to just make it through each and every single day since I've stepped out. I mean, I left where I grew up, everybody I knew, that I'm related to, everybody that I thought was friends, and left everything, even all the material possessions, everything, because that's what he told me to do. He said I wasn't going to need it. And he's carried me through so much in my life with everything that's happened to me. It would just make your head spin, because you would think I was just full of crap if I was to tell you everything that I've been through in my life. That there's no way that one person could endure that much stuff and not give up. And trust me, I tried. I really did, but he wouldn't let me, because I chose to do what I'm doing. But yeah, so yeah, if everybody just come together and stop and say we're not doing whatever until the right person steps into the right role to lead the people, because it's about the people as a whole, as a collective. This is the whole energy source collective that mediums and readers and psychics and all of them are talking about as a whole, raising the vibration for everyone. And what they're trying to do is keep us stuck in a low vibration, so that way you're stuck in the slavery traps, snares, entanglements. It's just the way that it's designed. And for whatever reason, he gave me keys to help share this so that people can be set free, truly set free. Yeah, because everything is here is for us. And he's been pouring into me and giving me things for parts that I can't share yet, because there's still too many people that would like to steal the ideas that he is pouring into me on how to correct systems, whether it be the legal system, the health system. See here, there you go, there's your confirmation, the horn, the train, just all of it, the school system, the way that we're taught, even the religious system. It needs to be back to spirituality. He's not religious. He has nothing to do with religion at all, period. I don't care what religion you're involved in. If you read the word for yourself, it tells you that he's calling you out of it. Come out of the church, the harlot, it's a demonic man-made agenda. He has nothing to do with any of them. I mean, it's just a fact. I know. I studied with a bunch of them, trying to find, you know, my place to fit in. And I never really fit in anywhere because I wasn't meant to fit in. And it doesn't mean I'm a black sheep. It's because he made me a blueprint. You know, but I was called a black sheep for many, many years. And, you know, this is part of being chosen, a true chosen. Yeah. So, but yeah, so this is, yeah, this was a pretty heavy message. Watch this video as many times as you need to get all this, because there's still so much more. You know, but yeah, we are at the point to where the Lord is coming in like a wrecking ball and gonna hit the feet of that statue that I was talking about, and it's just gonna shatter it into pieces, meaning he is collapsing the system that we have all bought into, and he is establishing his throne, and we are gonna live the way that he says. There ain't gonna be no ifs, ands, or buts. There's not gonna be, you know, well, this country's got these rules, these laws, this one's this way, that way. Nope, it's gonna be the same across the board everywhere. His way and only his way. And that's the way, it's the way it should have been. It's the way it was in the beginning anyway. But yeah, so this is where we're actually at in a time frame, as far as the time period that he gave, the 7 days, which is 7,000 years for mankind to have experience and time here in a carnal body, and to learn, to gain wisdom, knowledge, understanding, the real reasons why you're here. You're not here to be somebody's slave. I don't care who it's for. Nobody is meant to be a slave to anybody. So, but yeah, man, that made my shoulders even feel lighter. That was, yeah, that was some real meat right there. A real eye-opening, ear-opening, you know, pineal gland illuminating, ascending. Yeah, so yeah, and the people that will be the leaders for him will be people that can be trusted, people that have experienced tremendous amount of different things, so they can relate to everybody's situation, or most everybody's. But as they work together, they'll be able to relate to any situation. You know, I've been at the bottom, like literally been at the bottom. I've been homeless on the street. You know, I've been chasing the dragon, like that was my whole life's goal, literally, before. Yeah, there's just so much. I've been through so much mental, emotional, even physically traumatic experiences in my life that would just yeah, really blow your mind and make your head spin. You just have no idea. And I'm not saying I've been through everything, because there's some things I haven't experienced, and I've experienced enough to know that I don't want to experience no more of that kind of stuff. I had enough of it, and I don't want nobody else to experience any of it. That's how much of it that I've experienced. So yeah, it's but that's where we're at. So, but yeah, his people will be for people as a whole, as a collective, meaning whatever decision they have to make will be for the greater good, not for an individual, not for a company. They won't be able to be bought. They won't be able to be manipulated. They won't be able to be, they will stand on truth. They can't be paid off. They, you know, And this is part of where, you know, I've experienced a good about, I'm not going to say a tremendous amount, but I've experienced a good amount of money physically in my hands before, to where I've had all the, you know, I'm not going to say what society says is the best stuff, but I've had enough of the stuff that's way better than most ever get to experience. And, you know, so I've been from the bottom to, I've been to, not what some would say the top, but I've been in the top range. And I have an understanding and knowledge and wisdom through all of that to be, I mean, I'm for the people anyway. I've always been that way. I've always been the type of person to always try to pick somebody up when they're down, help somebody out when they're you know, if I got it and can give it, I give it to them, and I do it all straight out of heart, not expecting nothing, not wanting nothing, not, you know, just want you to be better, just want you to be happy, just, you know, I've always been that kind of person. That's just who he made me to be. But yeah, so hope everybody gets this, and receives it. Watch it as many times as you need to. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day where you're at. It's another beautiful, glorious day here. You know, but yeah, so but there's a lot there. That's a lot. That was a lot to unpack right there. But man, I feel like I could almost float away into the air and fly like an eagle right now. That lifted so much weight off of me. Man, is that unreal. Wow. Hallelujah. That's a hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah. I'll have to break that word down for you one day. They got part of it right, but they don't explain it to its fullest. But yeah, so yeah, it's time to be set free. I don't care who you are. Let's be set free. Time to be free. So who is set free is free indeed. But yeah, so hope everybody's having a blessed day. And yeah. Peace, love, and light. Shalom.